So this is DIY with Donna, and this video is part of the backyard transformation around our patio, and this is for planter poles that are going to hold the string lights that we're going to put on the back of the patio. So in order to make a planter pole for string lights, I wanted to utilize some of the balusters that we had for when we replaced our stair rail. So we are going to use two balusters together and connect them with a dowel pin and then put some glue attached to it. So that is what we did in order to make the poles for the planters that are going to hold the string lights at the top. Let's take a look at some of the items you will need. A baluster, two balusters at least if you're just doing one, dowel pins, Gorilla Glue, clamps, a bucket, cement and water, a leveler, a planter, soil, and flowers. So here I'm showing you the two balusters, and they have a hole drilled into them the size of the dowel. You're going to put the dowel halfway into one and then screw the other one on top. We're going to put some glue in it to ensure that it sticks and it is hard enough so it won't break in half. So here you can see I'm adding the Gorilla Glue to both of the holes and then around the top of the surface before Will puts the dowel in and squeezes it tight. We've done two already that you can see on the ground. But that is how to connect the two balusters together with the dowel pin. So here I'm showing you how we clamped the two balusters together after we glued them. We kept them clamped overnight so it would stay still. We used the paper on the inside of the clamps so it would not scratch the wood. So here we have a bucket, and I poured in some fast setting concrete. I believe the ratio that I used was there was about 19 cups of concrete or cement and about 3 or 4 cups of water, but I definitely recommend that you read the instructions of your fast setting concrete. Of course, you pour water in there and stir it, and then you're going to put in your pole that you created. It usually dries in about 6 hours, and obviously we weren't going to stand there for 6 hours, so we created a device to hold it. So here you can see we used 2 blocks of wood and the clamps to hold it on top of the bucket that has the wet cement in it. And it's important to ensure that the pole is level. So you can see here Will is holding the leveler to make sure it is leveled. So after we knew it was straight and leveled, we left it overnight so the cement could cure, and it looked fine. And I was thinking about painting the poles, so I took one of our other balusters and tried out some paints. But eventually I decided to leave it white for now and took it out and put it in a planter box. So here I'm making sure the bucket will fit into the planters that I have. And I also am admiring, I like the curves that are on the structure as opposed to just having a straight pole or a square wooden pole. So after I ensure that the bucket's going to fit into the planter. You can put holes into the side of the bucket where you're going to place your soil. And I am going to plant wildflowers. So I put the wildflowers in there and water it. And then on top of the poles, I don't think I mentioned before, there's a little hook. And that's where you'll be able to put your string lights around at the top. So once that is all done, you can see the beautiful string lights that are connected to these unique poles that add a lot of character. And it looks pretty good. So overall, I'm very happy with how the planter poles for the string lights turned out. Again, it was great that we could use the materials that we already had from the balusters that we removed from our stair rail. But in the comments below, let me know if you think I should paint them a wood type color or leave them white. Right now I'm liking the white of them. Again, this is DIY with Donna, and we will talk to you next time. Please subscribe, like, and share, and we'll talk to you next time.